Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I'm coming at you today with a book review. So, today I want to talk to you for just a minute about The Evil Wizard Smallbone. This is by Delia Sherman, published by Candlewick Press, which is an imprint of Penguin. And this book actually does not release until September 13th, but I wanted to give you a full review so that you could make up your mind about whether or not you wanted to snatch it up on release day. Here's a hint: I think you should. But let's talk about the book. So, the basic premise of The Evil Wizard Smallbone is that there's this boy, Nick, who has run away from home. He has an abusive uncle, a terrible cousin. His parents are both gone, his mother dead, his father, someone we don't know about. And so he runs away. He's 14, he's not going to take it anymore, and he leaves. It's December, it's cold, but he's going to go. And so he goes. And at some point, he reaches the place where we meet him, which is right outside a small town in Maine, where he is from, and being chased by a pack of magical coyotes that are led by a centuries old Frenchman who is a loup-garou, which is a werewolf. And that is the evil wizard Fidaloo. And Fidaloo and his pack of bikers turned coyotes chase Nick to the edge of where they can go to, and Nick crosses over a stream that magically stops Fidaloo and his coyotes, and he winds up in the parking lot on the front porch of a store with a sign that says Evil Wizard Books. When he bangs on the door, he is answered by a man with a beard and a big hat and a coat who claims to be the evil wizard himself, the evil wizard Smallbone. And Zachariah Smallbone decides that he's going to take on Nick as his apprentice. Now, being Smallbone's apprentice means nothing other than Nick gets to do all of the chores. So he is busy feeding and caring for the animals and cleaning the house, the bookstore, and also feeding himself and Smallbone. However, the bookstore takes an interest in Nick, who seems to have some sort of natural magic welling up inside of him, and so things begin to unfold from there. But along with that storyline is one wherein Fidaloo and Smallbone are enemies. They are both evil wizards and they live close to each other, but it's so that they can kind of whittle away at each other and eventually come to a wizard's duel. Now, if you are like me, what you envision when you think of a wizard's duel is something along the lines of Sword in the Stone, when Merlin and I've forgotten her name all of a sudden. I'm not sure how because I've watched that movie 1,000 times, but short little fat witch. When they have the duel and there's big pink dragons and things involved, and that scene was a little similar. However, everything leading up to and surrounding that is just so different from what I was expecting. The fantasy tropes are all there. However, they are being twisted, turned, flopped on their head, and not completely at all ever turning into exactly what you think they're going to be. And Nick is not your typical protagonist for a middle grade fantasy book. He is an angry, bitter young man. And so seeing the way he reacts to things was very interesting for me, who typically reads fantasy books with characters that are, the golden child, the knight in shining armor, the princess who's super smart, Hermione, Ron. Nick is not Harry, Ron, or Hermione. Nick is not the little perfect kid. No, he's had a hard life and it shows. And I very much enjoyed that. The writing style is fast paced. It really unfolded very quickly. I read this book in 3 days. It's a 407-page book. I read it much more quickly than the 180-page book I read last week. It just really unfolds before you and can be exciting at times. Now, there are parts of it that could have been done better, of course. There are things that I felt didn't need to be spoken about as often as they were, and a couple of things that I really would have liked more information on. But on the whole, this book is really worthy of your time and attention. And I hope that you will pick it up if you are a fan of fantasy, if you are a fan of middle grade, if you are a fan of books that take tropes and turn them around, if you are just a fan of reading. I definitely think you should give this one a try. It's probably not for everybody, but I think a lot of you will really enjoy it. So definitely at least go check it out. I will leave the link for its Goodreads page down below. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and find some great books to read. I'll see you later. Bye.